Picture this. Your party is creeping through a torch-lit corridor. The cleric's armor is rattling. The rogue is sweating bullets. And the wizard is fumbling through their book of spells. They know something is about to happen. But what? Today, we'll delve into 7 tips for making your encounters so suspenseful that your players will be on the edge of their seats, if not actively hiding under the table. And if you're a player, stick around. You can help your DM ratchet up the tension by playing along. Let's roll initiative on some suspense. Welcome, brave adventurers and mischievous dungeon masters. If you're new here, I'm Kristen and this is Kristen's Epic Adventures, your place for rules breakdowns, tips, tricks, unboxings, and reviews for all things tabletop role-playing games. First, let's talk about setting the mood. This can go a really long way if you nail the atmosphere. Even before a big fight or a critical showdown, you want your players spooked. Try turning the lights down low and putting on some creepy music. Nothing says abandon all hope quite like a haunting violin. If you're playing online, try dropping in a moody background track and show them a creepy image of the encounter location. Next up is foreshadowing. Don't just drop the next big bad monster or evil cultist out of nowhere. Give them a few subtle and sometimes not so subtle hints that something bad is coming. Describe some footprints that look like nothing they've ever seen before. Maybe there's a half-chewed helmet over in the corner, or strange noises echoing through the halls. By the time they reach that final room, your players' imaginations will be in overdrive. They'll be begging you to reveal the threat, which is exactly what you want. Next, let's talk about pacing the actual encounter. Now, suspense thrives on moments of hesitation, silence, and that sweet, sweet buildup. Don't rush the action. Let them sweat a little bit. Describe every creak of the floorboards and every drip of water echoing in a cavern. Maybe let someone's passive perception notice movement in the corner. Or was it just their imagination? Now, once the tension is so thick that you could cut it with a +1 dagger, then spring the trap. Or maybe don't even spring it yet. Keep them guessing. You'll know you've done it right when you hear your players start whispering, "Dude, maybe we should just turn back and open up a bakery instead." Also consider using uncertain threats. Here we're tapping into fear of the unknown. A suspenseful encounter can be a lot more than simply roll initiative. Let the party sense that something is waiting for them, but don't reveal what. Is it a single monster with enormous footprints? Or a swarm of smaller creatures just scuttling around? Is it a cunning vampire? Or maybe it's just Steve the Goblin wearing some seriously tall boots. Keep your players in the dark. Use things like illusions or flickering lights, and maybe they get some partial glimpses of the creature. The less they know, the more the tension builds. Even if they are able to identify the type of monster that's coming up, keep certain motives or abilities concealed so they don't really know what's at stake. Adventurers, if you're finding this video helpful, please go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps more people find us. And for more videos just like this, you're going to want to make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when the new videos are posted. Let's get back into it. We're going to talk about raising the stakes and timers. Think about using timers and ticking clocks, whether metaphorical or literal. Give the party a reason to hustle. Maybe poison gas is filling the room. Pleasant. Or the floor is slowly turning into lava. Classic. This not only causes tension, but forces your players to make decisions under pressure. Because really, who doesn't make the best decisions when a giant boulder is rolling towards them, Indiana Jones style? During combat, even a simple round-by-round countdown can keep everyone biting their nails. You have 5 more rounds before the portal closes. It doesn't matter at that point if they're fighting a low-level ooze, if they only have 30 seconds to solve a puzzle or find an exit. The adrenaline will spike. Now let's talk about adding the human element. Think about an emotional hook. Suspense isn't always about fear, it can also be about caring. Put an NPC that they love or love to hate in harm's way. You could even let the players discover something they really, really want right in the monster's lair. Tying that emotional hook into the stakes of the encounter will really ratchet up the tension. Maybe they need the cure to a plague that's ravaging their hometown and it's in the next room guarded by a giant undead rat. Now they have to risk everything. The giant rat is getting bigger by the minute. Don't ask why. Dark magic. And the party now can't afford to wait. That's the stuff that gets their hearts pounding. And you do want to make sure that you deliver the payoff. Now, after all this buildup, the pacing, the mood, the ticking clock, the foreshadowing, make sure you finally deliver a climax that's worthy of all this tension. Now, here's a pro tip. The best payoff is not always the monster leaps out, you fight, It's over, it dies. Maybe this foe retreats, leaving behind a cryptic note. Or they defeat this monster only to realize it's part of a much bigger plan. Or what if the players find out that they've actually unleashed something worse by killing this creature? Be sure to put in the comments down below which of these ideas you're most excited to implement in your game. So here are a few ways that players could crank up the suspense during an RPG gaming session. Consider role-playing your character's fear or anxiety. If your character is anxious about a dark dungeon or a looming threat, lean into that. Let your hands tremble when you describe searching for traps. Even have your voice quiver a little bit when speaking in character. Also, when the DM drops a hint, you hear a scraping noise against the stone. Try responding in character. I think it's moving closer, guys. This interplay feeds the tension. I also recommend leaning into the uncertainty. Instead of instantly demanding a combat solution, show some hesitation and ask the DM questions. Wait, do we know what's really making those tracks, or is there another way we could get around? Another suggestion is to limit the metagaming. Avoid blurting out, "It's probably a CR5 creature," or referencing the monster manual mid-session. Treat each threat or clue as new or mysterious, staying immersed in the moment rather than analyzing it purely mechanically. All these ideas can help transform your tabletop encounters into nail-biting, heart-pounding, and adrenaline-pumping experiences. Mix it all up with a little dash of humor and you've got a great recipe for a successful session. Again, if you found these tips helpful, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe below, and hit the bell so you don't miss new videos. Just watch out for any undead rats along the way. Next, you're going to want to watch one of the videos on the next screen. Go ahead and click on it and I'll see you there. Happy gaming, and may all your encounters be dangerously fun.